Hey everybody, I have something special for you today. Since I've been so terrible at scoring high on Spelunky lately, I decided to try doing the opposite and attempt a no treasure hell run. Now I say a no treasure hell run. I've been doing a lot of these for quite a while, with no success really. But let's see how this one goes for me. Webgun's worthwhile if you find it in 1-1, that's a jump boost. And right off the bat we have a dark level. So there's a lot of struggle this run, plenty of stuff goes wrong. Dark levels are one of the worst things if you're trying for a no treasure run, because of those torches that you light. It's hard to avoid the gold that they drop, and the scarabs that fly around can easily be picked up. Whoops. This is not even the only dark level that I encounter. You'll see another one in the jungle. I had the idea in my head that I saw an altar over here. It must have been the idol, or I just imagined it, as there's nothing. During no treasure runs where you're killing shopkeepers, they require some extra care to make sure you don't pick up the money they drop. You'll see some crazy stuff I do in the black market a little bit later. Giant spiders require a bit of care too, because you really want their paste, but gotta avoid the 2 gems they drop. I usually go around a corner if available, to dodge any gold in the wall if I'm bombing through it, because it can fly all over the place. Gems are much safer because they usually just fall straight down. Not the best place for a Jedi chest. I think this one's quite a struggle to get, because we gotta blow up the shopkeeper, which of course puts his gold down there, which means we have to find a way to get at that chest without getting any of that gold. That stuff that's right below me is too close to be able to get through it, and now it's all over the chest. Throwing the key as I do, now it's all over that too. That looks a little better. Let's see if we can get our things. There we go. There's our second dark level. And I believe this one actually has the black market entrance, so I really have to be thorough in exploring it. One thing you could do during runs like this is just abort and retry if you run into a dark level like this, or you know, just sort of get through the level quickly and hope the black market's not there, and retry if you don't find it later. But I don't like to do that. I like to work with what I'm given and see if I can make the run work from it, rather than just retry over and over until I get the perfect seed. Gotta check the treetops. They can hide little bars of gold that are completely invisible among the leaves. Since both of my torches went out, I'm just using the shotgun for light here. I just caught a glimpse of the black market below me. It's right there behind that green gem. I heard the shopkeeper take damage, so my hope is that if I stay here, he'll just die after a little bit. There he goes again. And he's dead. For some reason I decided not to check those treetops. That was very dangerous. There could have easily been a little bit of gold there that would have ended the run for me. But fortunately there wasn't. Hired help must die immediately because they can pick up money, and you have no control over that. Fortunately, that guy didn't manage to find any during his short life. I want to get these two guys out of the top layer, because if I kill them up there, their gold's going to be all over the items in the shop to the right, and I'd rather be able to pick that up. There's not much you can do for the second layer, because the shopkeepers are going to end up just killing each other and splattering gold all over places you want to be at. So you just have to deal with it there. There they go. So I'm not getting that bomb bag. Oh, turns out I am. This one is especially tricky. I found that strategy that I used right there to be the best, because it lets you get in and get out without killing the shopkeeper, so that you don't have to do some crazy gymnastics to get his gold away from the Ankh and risk picking up some of it. That's always a nice thing to find. I look at that crate, but there's just way too much gold in the floor between me and it, so I decide I can't bomb to it from that side. See where that gold bar came from? It's right on top of the tree. course, I get the spectacles after I've already gone through the 2 dark levels. How that guy managed to get in there without hitting those spikes, I have no idea. But apparently that's what he's done. You sometimes have to watch the trajectory of the pieces of gold those guys drop very carefully, because if they drop under their corpse, they'll be behind it, and you won't be able to see it. So unless you either see exactly where all of them go, or you can count 4 of them, it's not really safe to pick up a shopkeeper corpse. There are tricks for getting them away from gold that they're lying on top of. Usually if you whip all of the stuff into a wall and then shoot with a shotgun, it'll move the shopkeeper toward you a little bit, and you'll be able to pick him up. But I didn't actually have to do that there. So you see how I shot him once, ran in and grabbed his stuff while he was stunned, and then got out to shoot him again? That's what I was talking about. It's better to go in while they're stunned but not dead, if you have time to do it, because then you don't have to risk picking up their money. That was a close one. Saw him take damage in that tiki trap once, so I figure he's gonna do it again. And I was right. That was a scary moment there. Fortunately, I had just enough health to survive, and he disappeared before he could do any more damage to me. We're about to die anyway, so health doesn't matter enormously, but we still have to survive until then. Explosions in the ice caves are another dangerous thing. They can blow money right into your pocket if you're in the path of it. Since I'm about to sacrifice myself on the next level, I decided to just get closer to invigoration here, rather than rescue the damsel. I don't think I actually managed to get invigoration, though. An altar gets blown up by something or other, and I never quite recover enough favor to get it. But I have a Kapala, so it's not a huge deal. Snow levels are another bad thing because they can hide money on the ground, so I try to stick to hanging on walls as much as I can here. Just because walking around in the snow can be very dangerous. Not where I meant to put that bomb. I'm confused right here because I don't see where the crate's contents have gone. Figure they might have fallen down here, and indeed they did. Yeah, this is the altar that gets destroyed. I don't remember exactly how it happens. Oh yeah, I do. I think I throw a mine up at that UFO, then he falls down on it and destroys half of it. Yep. So that means I would need 2 extra damsels worth of sacrifices to get back to where I was. I wanted to be holding the jump button when I stomped on that guy, that's why I did that weird thing with the jetpack there. So I wanted to be sure I could get away from his rubies as quickly as I could. These things have lots of blood, so they're usually worth killing. I haven't found Anubis yet. Our business isn't done here. Just barely see him over on the right side of the screen there. I'm not quite sure how to get over there. I decided to try going through the shop here. That sort of gets me there. There's just entirely too many gems in the walls. That was uncomfortably close there. Either the scorpion or the tiki trap could have easily knocked me into that sapphire, or killed me. I think I decided that the City of Gold's probably not over to the left, and if I don't find it, I'll come back there again. But I find it down here. It's tempting to go for that crate or try to find a shopkeeper to get his gun, but we can probably do that in here. So, No Treasure City of Gold is interesting. You have to be extra careful about stuff. Scarabs all over the place. Everywhere you bomb is going to spray money all over the place. Which is usually good, but not in this type of run. I've been up to the City of Gold before, and in a No Treasure run, and not cleared it. But this would be my first time actually clearing it. Go around the corner to make sure nothing goes into my pocket. And that's not quite wide enough, so let's do another. Picking up this guy to disarm the shopkeeper, which conveniently works out just fine. You know, I wonder where those other two cavemen in that cutscene end up. Like, if you came in here with a teleporter and went over to the right side really quick, could you catch them running away? I'm gonna have to try that someday. Handy. I actually kind of needed bombs. 20 probably would have been enough for the rest of the game, but it's possible I could have run out. I don't trust that one little bit of gold, so I make sure to get rid of it before I do anything else here. I think I actually messed this up. For some reason I moved forward and end up in the hole, but it works out just fine anyway. Vlad's amulet, of course, has an emerald right behind it. I'm glad I spotted that, because it would have been a problem if I hadn't, because it completely obscures it. Alright, dropping a bomb and it has separated the two. But seeing those two little bits of gold there, if I can't get it from, I can't get it from there. I don't really trust it. So instead, I think I whip it off the edge. Or move it to the side. Here, it looks a little safer to grab. There we go. Don't want to kill this guy, I just want to get around him and leave. see this shopkeeper without his gun and try to just leave, but apparently I go too far to the left and he manages to throw me. Once I saw that happen, I figured if I just waited here, I'd be fine. There we go. Really slowing down here because I know how close I am. Just gotta get through one more level, now we'll be at Yama. Apparently I never got a compass. I assume the exit is to the left. But as it turns out, it's actually not. Gotta get rid of him and his money. So, best way to do that is like that. Now it's on a layer below, so I can safely leave. So no screwing around at this fight. We're so close, and I'm just gonna do this the safest way that I know. Take out those two guys, carefully go up the side, get into a safe spot, and just shoot continuously with the shotgun. Not sure why I bothered taking out those tiki traps, they're never really a threat. Can't quite reach him from there. Forget about that and get a skull in my head, but that's okay. Just have to get out alive. There it is. No treasure hell run. Funny, you can actually hear your character picking up the coins that spill out of that trophy, but fortunately they don't give you any money. Happens on this screen too, but none happened to run into me. So, that's one more off the list. I'm happy I was able to do it. Not sure what other Spelunky silliness I'll want to do after this, but I'm sure there'll be more. See you guys then.